We're thrilled to be inside Center City Field, interleague baseball on MLB The Show. It's the San Francisco Giants and the Detroit Tigers. First pitch coming your way next. And taking the ball for Detroit, Casey Mize. What's the word on him?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Luis Arias leading things off and takes a strike.
First pitch, 7 o'clock.
Inside, just missed. That one finds the zone, and the count 1-2. Got him swinging.
Got it, second. The shortstop.
Here's the Giants lineup.
Ball, that's out.
Foul ball there. In the air to left center. Meadows turns to the right on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Raffy coming to the plate now.
Ball, that pitch is up.
Late swing, foul to the left. And that one hammered. Carrying well. Out of here. A solo shot. The Giants score first. It's 1-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. When a guy's got a real hard fastball, you can't overswing. All you've got to do is get the bat head to the spot. If you do, he supplies the power, and you'll get to jog around the bases like he did right there.
Line drive, base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Here's Jung-Hoo Lee now. He was asked to rank his all-time favorite players last year.
Oh, yeah? Who made the list?
Well, his dad, of course.
That makes sense.
He also said Ken Griffey Jr., Ichiro, Ha-Sung Kim, and himself.
Well, I'd say that's a pretty good list.
That one is absolutely belted. That's got a chance. And that's going to bang against the wall. Chapman headed home. And they lead by 2.
Comes through with the RBI. Loud contact, leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Swing and a high fly ball to left. Green should have this one. And that is that. But 2 runs for them, and they jump ahead. On to the bottom of the first. It's the Giants 2, the Tigers coming to bat. We go to the bottom of the first, and starting in this one, Landon Roop. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
Well, the hammer is in effect, and he sets it up so nicely because of the velocity on the fastball. Will elevate that and then break you off when he's ahead in the count. What I love about him, you get into the later innings of the ball game, and the velocity seems to go up.
Kerry Carpenter up now for the Tigers.
Kerry Carpenter.
And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
Ball.
Hit hard, base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Batting second.
Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap, and I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
And the 1-0. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
2 balls and a strike. Here it comes. Good take by Torres. That one finds the zone, and now it's 3-2.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Liner, base hit. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Now it's the DH, Colt Keith. Knee high, that's in for a strike. Up the middle, flips it. There's one on to first, safe. So they get one, but a really nice try there.
You expect to see shortstops make great plays, and it's especially important in a big moment like that. Nicely done. Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Two on, 1 out. Lined, and that's a base hit. Runner from third in to score. It's an RBI single, and now they trail by 1.
Well, back within 1 as he brings home the run. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Spencer Torkelson, the next to hit.
That's outside.
One out. Runners at first and second. Called strike right there. 1-2 now. So Torque takes the whip.
Batting fifth, the third baseman, number
Let's take a
7,
check of the Tigers lineup.
McGonigal.
Close one, doesn't get the call, and it's 1-0. Right through there for a strike.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
2 on, 2 outs. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Runner around third. Fires to the plate. Safe. He beat the tag. It's 2-2.
Gets it done to drive in the run and tie it back up. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
Here's the catcher, Dylan Dingler.
Ball, down.
The 1-0. Fastball for a strike.
Definitely not a pitch location you're expecting up there as a hitter when you know the guy's got a good sinker ball. If he can get in that location, boy, you've got to look top to bottom, and that's going to make it very difficult to hit.
Line drive, base hit. Here comes the runner. Here comes the throw. He'll score. It's 3-2.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Here we go, Parker. Let's go, Parker.
Missed with a changeup. Ball 1.
Let's go, Tigers.
There's the strike. That's ripped into the outfield. Base hit into center field. McGonigal headed for the plate. One run across. Bader quickly throws it in. Runner holds it third, so just one across on the play.
Picks himself up an RBI. Just a very nice approach and swing right there to use the big part of the field. Everything was on time. He stayed balanced through the entire swing and just launched that one into center.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Javier Baez up now for the Tigers.
Well, it's not the inning he was planning on to begin this start, but you've got to find a way to shake things off and give your team some length and put up some zeros.
0-1. Liner snagged at first. So 9 batters come to the plate. 4 of them score. 1 inning in the books here. Tigers 4 and the Giants 2. This is Tigers baseball on the show Great Lakes. Top of the second. Here's the left fielder, Elliot Ramos.
Elliot Ramos.
Oh, 0-2 now. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
The 0-1. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Takes it in for the out.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
One out man at first. Patrick Bailey, the next Giant to hit.
Well, in an 0-0 count, not every strike is a good strike for a hitter. I like the plate discipline there. No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
In there. And so now 1-2. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out.
Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right there. Not much to it. And I'm sure he'd love another swing at it because it was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself as a hitter and say, how did I miss that? But, you know, it happens.
That's outside. Ball 1. This one in the air, right field. Carpenter on the move. Can't get there. Should be extra bases. Coming home. The relay to the plate. Safe. It's 4-3.
Well done. Drives in the run. A lot of times in today's game, right fielders are able to get to a ball that stays in like that, but he hit that one pretty well. And if he hits it just a little bit different on the barrel, it's out of here easily. But there's nothing wrong with the extra bases right there.
So runner at second, 2 down. Willie Adames. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Rounds third, headed for the plate. The relay, he'll score, and they've tied it. It's 4-4.
Well, we're starting over again, all tied up. Solid swing from start to end, on time with everything. Really good balance, nice extension, and he met it out front for the line drive knock.
In the air, left field. Green on the run. Couldn't get to it before it dropped foul. Tied at 4. Right through there for a strike.
That splitty's a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand. Looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Into center and a base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. And here is Matt Chapman. Chapman gets a piece there. Fouled off. He was late.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not.
Line drive, that's a base hit. Runner around third on his way to the plate. He will score, and they take the lead. It's an RBI single. It's 5-4.
Big RBI for him right there. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and ripped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't.
Casey Mize is done, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute. So the Tigers get a new arm from the pen, and Manuel De Jesus.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1. Two on, two outs. To third, and that chance handled. Tosses to first. That ends the frame. They strike for 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and a couple left on. Now to the bottom of the second. It's the Giants 5 and the Tigers 4. You're watching Tigers baseball on the show Great Lakes. We head to the bottom of the second, and here's the Tiger leadoff man, Kerry Carpenter. That's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Now it bounces away. Can't squeeze it. And he'll move up to second, no problem. Should be a pass ball, and that takes away the double play.
No, Boog, it's not often you see a catcher of his caliber defensively lose the handle on a pitch like that, but it does happen to everyone at some point or another, especially with all the nasty stuff we see pitchers throwing up there these days. He won't be happy with himself about that, though.
That one at the knees for a strike. Patrick Johnson calling the balls and strikes.
Pretty standard zone for Johnson. Sometimes he might get a little jumpy, a little excited and expand the zone, but usually you at least feel like the pitcher on the mound is earning it, and that's important because you got to make players earn it.
Swung on, belted. That one carrying. See you later. A 2-run blast, and they jump ahead in the second. It's 6-5.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results. Man, he completely covered that pitch. Breaking ball on the outside corner of the plate. His shoulder stayed square. He got to it, got around it, and got it up in the air. Nice home run.
So now the DH spot, Colt Keith. 0 for 1. He hit into a fielder's choice his first time. That one misses, and that's ball 1.
It can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
The 1-0. And that drops in for a strike. Nobody on, nobody out. A pair of runs across in the inning. Bottom half of inning number 2. On the ground to Devers. He takes it on his own, and that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
Next for the Tigers, the left fielder, number 31, Riley Green.
That one not close. Ball 1.
Clearly, he hasn't had it in this game, and looks like sooner than later, they're going to have to go to the bullpen. Well, the good thing so far is that he hasn't issued any free passes. Unfortunately, they're making pretty good contact, so not getting the swings and misses and making that defense work behind him.
That's in there. Strike 1.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at bat.
This one in the air, center field. Bader under it. 2 away.
Up next for the Tigers, the first baseman.
Here comes Torque to the plate. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
That's a hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. Oh, and he's trying for second. Now the tag at second, and he's out, trying for 2. Out number 3.
Batter tried to stretch that one into a double, but he wasn't about to let that happen. Nice job to get to the ball and fire that one into second just in time to get the out and end the inning.
All set for the start of the inning. So here's Bader now.
Bader.
Ground ball to the right side. Torkelson takes it to the bag. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Up next to the Giants, the left fielder, Elliott Ramos.
Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. De Jesus, 27 years old, and he was born in Venezuela. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. He dives, but he can't make the catch. Now he turns and heads for second, and he'll reach second with 1 away.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Next is the designated hitter, Bryce Eldridge. There's a strike. Man at second. That catches the top part of the zone, and it's 0-2. Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out.
Well, you rarely ever see 3 curveballs in a row because that's one of those pitches that's most effective when you haven't seen it recently. You might see 3 sliders in a row, but right there, he was feeling that curveball and figured he could finish with that pitch.
Nice curveball for a strike. Up the middle. That's a base hit. Headed for the plate. The throw in. Safe. In comes the run from second. It's 6-6.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Giants lineup. Luis Arias now at the plate. Into center, and it falls. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits.
He made that look easy, keeping his bat in the zone on plane for a long time. That leads to a high contact rate and more barrels, Boog. Even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Fastball for a strike. Traffic on the bases with 1 already in. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. And a count 1-2.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
The 1-2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. 2 on, 2 outs. Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. Good job at damage control right there.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Bottom of the inning, digging in, Kevin McGonigal.
They've been so good about responding when the other team scores, coming back in the next half inning and putting something on the board themselves.
Right through there for a strike.
Let's go, Kevin.
Lined, and that's a base hit. And a man aboard.
Up next for the Tigers, the catcher,
Tough game for him so far, Boog. Another hit, and they've just been knocking him around through the first 2+. He's got to get things back on track, maybe junk a pitch that isn't working, or he might not last much longer.
We need a base hit here.
In there for strike 1. And that one in the air center field. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for the Tigers, the center fielder, Parker.
Stepping in, Parker Meadows. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1.
When you're struggling out there on the mound, hitters know that there'll be plenty of opportunities within the at-bat to try to get something to hit hard.
Man at first, one away. On a line out towards center. And there's 2 down.
Up next for the Tigers, the shortstop, Javier Baez.
Bullpen action for the Giants for the first time. Caleb Killian, the right-handed sinker baller. He looks to be readying himself. Brubaker warming up as well.
Come on, Elmago.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. Way back there. It's got a chance. It's off the top of the wall. Coming home. He'll score, and the Tigers have the lead.
Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. The ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Here comes the manager out of the Giants dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Landon Root won't go any further, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back. Caleb Killian takes over on the mound.
And that's a big potential run out there at second as he comes in trying to keep the deficit where it is. For the infielders, they got to be thinking about keeping the ball from getting by them into the outfield any way they can.
Next to hit, Kerry Carpenter. He's 2 for 2. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Runner at second, 2 down here in the last half of the third.
Let's go, Kerry. Let's go, Tigers.
Ball.
Swing and a ball lined out towards center. That is the inning. Tigers grab one on this RBI double. It's now a 7-6 ball game. This is Tigers baseball on the show Great Lakes. New inning getting started, and here is Devers.
Well, these Giants really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. They were obviously able to run the starter out of the game in the third, so they've set the table for a win, and now I'm sure they're thinking it's time to feast.
One down.
Well, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there, and I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrating with himself until his next at-bat. Obviously, this type of run production isn't exactly sustainable game to game, but it's a good sign that a lot of hard work's been paying off.
The Giants trailing by a run, top half of inning number 4. That one fouled hard the other way. Lined into right, base hit. And the tying run is on base.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
So digging in, Jung-Hoo Lee. Liner snagged at first. Takes it to the bag himself, but he's back in time.
They couldn't have asked for a better out. Makes a great play on the line drive, and they keep the runner at first. Just like that, they're almost out of the inning.
This one in the air center field. Meadows drifts towards it, and that's the third out. So one hit is all they get. We're midway in the 4th. It's the Tigers 7 and the Giants 6. Ready to go, bottom 4. Gleyber Torres up to the plate. And a strike to Gleyber.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
That one ripped right center field. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Here comes the 0-1. Line drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Up next for the Tigers.
Kind of a risky pitch coming inside with the breaking ball like that. You have to bury it. Otherwise, it's not too difficult to get the bat to it like he did that time.
Riley Green digs in for a critical at bat.
Ball, that's outside.
First and second, no outs. We're here in the bottom of the 4th.
Let's go, Riley.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Good hitters count the 2-0. Right through there for a strike. And a 2-1 on the way. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. No outs, runners at first and second. Up the middle. Oh, look at the stop. There's one to first. Double play. Nicely done.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Clips the corner. 0-1. High fly ball, right field. Lee settles underneath it and makes the grab. And the inning is over. On to the top of the fifth we go. It's the Tigers 7 and the Giants 6. You're watching Tigers baseball on the show Great Lakes. Ready now for the fifth inning. Here's Elliot Ramos.
Elliot Ramos.
All these Giants putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early.
And a superb diving catch. What a play.
Hitter's got a broken heart on that one. It had base hit written all over it. Maybe extra bases. Great diving catch for the upset. And that's a great way for a lineup to dominate a game, because if a pitcher can't rely on his fastball to get outs, I mean, that puts a lot of pressure on the rest of his pitches to be effective.
The 0-1. Ground ball right side. Slides for the stop. Takes it himself, and he got him. Nicely done at first for the out.
Just so impressed with the movement on that play. Footwork was excellent. The arm strength was there. And, of course, the most important part was getting the out.
Patrick Bailey, the next Giant to hit.
Good swing out of him last time. Ripped a liner into center.
Line drive. That's a base hit into right field. So the two-out knock extends the inning and sends them back to the top of the order.
The batter, number 1, second baseman, Luis Arrive.
In the air, left field. Green going after it. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. One hit, one left. Home half of the fifth coming up. It's the Tigers 7 and the Giants 6. This is Tigers baseball on the show Great Lakes. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Leading off, Kevin McGonigal. 2 for 2, so he's got to be feeling good right now.
He's turning a special day into something magical with how easy he's making it look at the plate.
Just missed. And there's a strike. On a line, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Up next for the Tigers, the catcher, number 13, Gingler.
And that's in there for strike one. McGonigal gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Flares one into right. Gets down, base hit. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
Next for the Tigers.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
At the plate, Parker Meadows. I thought that was a strike, and here's a challenge. It just shaved the zone, so they've still got both their challenges. Next offering is fouled back. Swing and a ground ball. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. He decides to eat it, and everyone's safe. The bases are loaded.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. Now the base is loaded. Big opportunity for them to break this game open.
That one finds the zone. That's strike one. On the ground to third, and that's just foul.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points.
One, two now. In the air, right field. Lee under it. He's got it. Runners tag up from second and third. In to score from third. And they lead by 2.
That play really shows how important it is to hit the cutoff man. Looked like he tried to throw through and get the runner at home, but it backfired, and it ended up costing them a run. I remember my rookie year overthrowing a cutoff man. Didn't last long before I was pulled aside by a veteran pitcher. He had a talk with me. I don't know if I ever missed a cutoff man again.
Carpenter in the box now. Takes strike one.
Not sure exactly what he was thinking there. Good sinker ball pitcher goes with the fastball in a double play situation when he needs something on the ground.
2 on, 1 out. And a foul ball. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. On the ground, could be 2. Adames to second, and that's 2. 5 innings complete. It's the Tigers 8 and the Giants 6. Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far. Willie Adames digs in now.
The shortstop, Willie Adames.
Out towards right center field. And there's one away.
Up next to the Giants, the first baseman, Rafael Devers.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. Always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
Good job to fight that one off. The 0-2. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Now Matt Chapman at the plate. Rips that one to right. Brings it in.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
Swinging a foul straight back. Here comes the 0-1. Base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
The center fielder, Harrison.
Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
And now Bader up to the plate. 0 for 3 in this one. Swing, and he popped it up. Torkelson. And that's the 3rd out. Giants leave a couple. Can't cut into an 8-6 deficit. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound. Keaton Wynn.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
Leading up.
Gleyber Torres up to hit, and he's already left his mark on this game.
He certainly has, Boog. A 2-run shot in the 2nd inning, and that made an early impact on this game in a big way. Power relievers one after another coming out of the bullpen these days. Got to be ready for that first pitch heater.
Signs of movement in the Giants bullpen. Ryan Barucki, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Gage also getting ready. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Up next for the Tigers, the designated hitter, Cole Keith.
Ball, that's high.
Come on, let's keep it going.
The 1-0. Wynn, 28 years old, and he was a 5th-round pick back in 2018. That one lifted to left. 1 away.
Up next for the Tigers, the left fielder, number 31.
1 out man at first. Here's Riley Green.
Green.
Well, an at bat can be a little bit of a dance. Strike 1 here, but a few more pitches. We'll see how it turns out.
Oh, great stop. The feed for 1. What a double play that was. Inning over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. We're through 6 full. It's the Tigers 8 and the Giants 6. You're watching Tigers baseball on the show Great Lakes. Brant Herter will take over here.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
No, that's low.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
The batter, number 8, designated hitter, Bryce Eldridge.
That one missed.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game. Pretty good pitch to take a pass at in a 1-0 count.
just not able to square it up.
The Giants with the tying run at the plate here in the top half of inning number 7. That one to first. Over to Baez. And 2. What a play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Base is empty after the double play. Patrick Bailey will hit next. This one in the air, center field. Meadows under it. And that is that. One hit in the inning, but no one left. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Tigers 8 and the Giants 6. This is Tigers baseball on the show Great Lakes. Bottom of the 7th, digging in, Spencer Torkelson.
Spencer Torkelson.
Just missed. Challenge from behind the dish here. Not far out of the zone, but it was a ball. Still one challenge left for them.
He doubled up on the off speed there. We talk about the power fastball, but he's working a little differently here.
Slice to right, and it stays fair. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The throw in, not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Up next for the Tigers, the third baseman, number 7, Kevin McGonigal.
Safe to say he's grabbed our attention with this performance. 3 hits, 3 at-bats, and a chance to make it 4 for 4.
Yeah, this has been a really fun start to his career. Definitely making a splash.
Man at second. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. On the ground to first, Devers throws to first in time, and 1 away in the bottom of the 7th. So it's effectively a sacrifice bunt. The ground out to the right side moves the runner from second to third.
Yeah, I didn't necessarily intend to sacrifice an out like that, but still good situational hitting. They need to find a way to bring him in. Don't be surprised to ball on the ground to the corners that they come home with the baseball instead of going to first base.
Next offering in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Right side, dives, and he can't hang on. Torkelson scores. Not in time. Great effort, but it's an infield hit. One gone, runner at first. Here's the center fielder, Parker Meadows.
Here we go, Parker.
The 0-1. Out to short. Nice stop from his backside. In there. He's safe.
Up next for the Tigers, the shortstop, Javier Baez.
Here we go, Javier.
Let's go, El Mago.
That one catches the zone. It's 0-1. Two on, one out. And that one is lifted in the air. Lee makes his way towards it. Great effort as he's able to haul it in. And there's two down.
Up next for the Tigers, the right fielder, number 30, Kerry.
So back to the top of the order. Now, Kerry Carpenter. And that's a strike. That one is absolutely belted. Carrying well. And it's off the wall. One run is in. Another comes in to score. It's a two-run double. It's 11-6.
Gets the job done as he brings home a pair. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Keaton Wynn is done. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. So the Giants with a new pitcher on the hill, J.T. Brubaker.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
One more time.
Just missed. Man on second, two down. Ripped on a line to center. And that's the inning. Will Vest gets handed the rock out of the pen.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
The 1-0.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
Meadows on the move. Makes a nice running catch. And there's one down.
The batter, number 2, shortstop, Willie Adames.
High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Two down.
Up next to the Giants, the first baseman, Rafael.
And it's Rafael Devers in the box. He's already homered in this game. Two down, nobody on. And we're in the top of the 8th. There's the strike.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Left field. Fair ball. Now he'll turn for second. It's a double, his 4th hit of the game. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the 3rd out. One left for San Francisco. They're down 5. It's 11-6. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. And now the DH, Colt Keith. Now a screamer into the outfield. And that's got extra bases written all over it. And the bottom of the 8th starts with a double.
I'll tell you, when you smoke a line drive into the gap like that, I mean, sure, home runs are king, but I feel like nothing makes you feel like a true professional hitter more than a bolt the other way.
Ball 1.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. There's the sinker at the knees for a strike.
He's trying to stay away from this lefty, knowing that a lot of left-handers like the ball down and in.
On the ground to third. Over to first. One gone to the bottom of the 8th.
Up next for the Tigers, the first baseman.
So now with one away and a man at second, Spencer Torkelson up now for the Tigers.
There it was. Oh, here it is. Hit it. He gets a take, gets ahead in the count.
Man at second. Swing and a miss. 0-2 now.
But you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Keith around third. He's safe, and it's now a 6-run lead. Just missed. And the 1-0.
That's ball 2.
Torkelson leads off first with one away.
Wow, that's 89 on the gun, and it's a changeup. It's like good hitting if you're looking for it, but because of the speed differential between the fastball and that pitch, really hard for a hitter to get on time with it.
Line drive to short and caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
So up next, Dylan Dingler, known for his rocket arm behind the plate.
Ball 1.
That's in there, and the count even 1-1. Liner snagged at first. They get a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. Through 8 full, the Tigers out front here, 12-6. Last chance coming up for the Giants. Back here in a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired.
All right, Singy, let's rewind for a second. When you heard that they were going to put a pitch clock into the game, what was your first thought?
Well, I thought that these guys were going to have a very difficult time to be able to regroup after each pitch and be ready to execute some type of plan at the plate, and even for pitchers on the mound.
One up, one down.
Up next to the Giants, the center fielder, number 9, Harrison Bader.
And that one fouled off. Deal 1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. One of the things, though, that we've seen that is kind of a thread really in every sport. These are the elite players, and so they adjust, and they've done a great job adjusting.
Absolutely, and just you tip your cap to these guys because not an easy adjustment, but they look like they've been doing it their entire lives.
Not the best location with the fastball on strike 3, but when you're pumping high 90s, you'll get away with some of those, more margin for error. You know, the fastball has become such a huge strikeout pitch in the sport, and I think a lot of it has to do with all the attention and emphasis on improved spin rates. These fastballs are just exploding out of the pitcher's hands and jumping through the zone.
On to first, ball game. And the Tigers slug their way to a win in this one.
Plenty of runs to go around in this one. Not a great day to be a pitcher. These hitters looked like they were having a lot of fun. It's like they knew what was coming.
And a final score of 12-6. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.